Our experience with all of the person-centered thinking tools has really been positive, but I'll talk about two of them briefly. One of them is the one-page profile. Um, you know, we'd probably been involved with person-centered thinking for a year or more before it occurred to us that we could use this tool with and for ourselves. So in a team retreat, my whole staff did one for themselves, and I did one for myself too. Um, what's important to me, things people say about me or like about me, um, how to support me, and the staff did that. So that at the end of that, I had from them their own view about the best ways to support them and what they needed from me. And from me, they had really the ways to support me to be more supportive of them and to manage them. We also encouraged our providers to use the tool, and we've got several providers that have adopted the tool as a marketing device to on their website. They use it and talk about this is who we are. This is the kind of services we provide. These are the things that people are saying about us. These are the things that the people that we support in the community are saying about us. Here's the way to support us. And it's been a really great tool. Early on, before we even used the tools with the people we support in the community, we used them with ourselves to become more familiar with them. So every week we have a consult group for high risk, high profile cases that our staff are struggling with. And we started using the tools in these meetings. What's working, what's not working, what have you tried, all of those things. And we found them to be really helpful there. Then it occurred to us in a team meeting, well, let's begin to use these team meetings because the tools logically pull information that we wouldn't necessarily have. Everybody's thinking it, but the tools really allowed us a process to capture everybody's thinking around a number of different ideas, around a number of different challenges. And what we've discovered is that not only were they good for us at my level, but our senior management is using particularly the 4+1 and what's working and what's not working in some of their own management meetings to really pull all the information they can to better understand what it is that they're working with and to inform what's the next best step. In a team retreat, we walked through the tool as a team, what's important to me, what's important for me, and what people like about me, and how to support me. And then we each did those for ourselves. And we did the same thing with two of our contracted providers that do foster care placement. And those are the same two foster care providers that ultimately incorporated this tool as part of their marketing, and it's on their websites. But again, it's, what's important to me, what's important for me, what people are saying about me or like about me, and how best to support me. We've found at each of those levels that it improves communication and gives clarity about what the relationship is about, particularly for our providers. It tells all of their people that come to them what they're all about. It helps me to understand what's important to my staff, what's important to them and for them. It is a great tool that my staff now knows what's important to me and what's important for me and how to support me all the way around. The other thing that I'd like to say about all of the tools and the whole approach to person-centered thinking Our first exposure to it was clearly, it's, how to support people in the community. Our experience with the tools and the principles, it's how to support people, not just people we support in the community, but really in every relationship that anybody has. I'm using the principles of person-centered thinking in all the relationships in my life. I'm actively thinking about, what's important to this person. It's shifted. It's given a space for a different level of awareness in a relationship, so that I'm even asking people, how can I support you, instead of trying to fix them. And that's really what I was trained to do, to be a fixer. And person-centered thinking has helped me become a better listener. And as a result of that listening, helped me to be a better collaborator. I think that that's an important distinction, that these aren't for patients, clients, consumers, all of these different labels we have for the people we might support in the community. They're for all people.